Let's go down to Kokomo.
Day 12, Tuesday the 27th of October, Bermuda. Having left next door's get-together just before 4 a.m, there was just enough time for Becky, dealer from Zimbabwe, and I to dash to the staff mess for late-night supper. I hadn't even realised that there was hot food available between 3 a.m. and 4 a.m, so was delighted to tuck into surprise chicken and rice as I was famished. We had attended the tame party in our PJs. They do only live next door. So we then had to navigate our way to and from the dining room at the opposite end of the ship in our bedtime attire, as there wasn't time to change. Coincidentally, it was also the middle of the night. Being that we are still tethered to the dock in Bermuda, the gangways were open to let late-night revellers on and off the ship, blocking our route to the hot offerings we were craving. This meant that to get to the food, we had to take a diversion from our normal direct route along the I-95, main crew corridor on deck 4, and instead run the gauntlet, passing along the passenger areas in pyjamas, slippers and name tags. I'm amazed how many people in the public places recognise me as that blackjack dealer that took/gave me, delete as appropriate, all that money. Thankfully, we managed to make our way there and back without getting accosted by any happy/sad punters, which was a relief. Having polished off our hard-earned snack, I was finally able to clamber wearily into my bunk, collecting a few more bruises in the process. I was asleep in seconds. A few minutes later, or so it seemed, it was time to get up and trot along to safety training. Being that the ship is very much a 24-hour affair, with people busily working away all hours of the night and day, the training timetables can't suit everyone, as I definitely wouldn't have picked an 8:55 a.m. start time. Crowd management was the theme of the talk, and we learnt all about how to control people in the event of an incident, which is obviously very important. Did you know the best way to marshal drunk citizens in case of an emergency? Ask them politely to leave the bar to go to their assembly station. When that fails, you cut off their alcohol source by closing the bar. If that doesn't rouse them into some kind of action, you tell them there's free drinks on deck 7, which also happens to be the home of their muster station. Simple, really. 2.5 hours and a few scary videos of ships sinking into the ocean later, and I was free to go, as I'd missed the blackjack exam due to the time clash, and safety training always takes priority. By the way, I know it's important to be well prepared for these kind of eventualities, but there's a reason Titanic isn't among my onboard DVD collection. Same as I didn't used to watch videos of people falling off horses before I rode out every morning. With most of the morning gone, I thought I'd missed all the outings heading to shore that day. But my lovely, when she's not doing her English accent, roommate Andrea, Medeiros, gaming supervisor from the Philippines, and head cashier Ian from the Philippines, were all kindly waiting for me to gather my things so that we could head out for the day. The destination turned out to be Andy's house, a beautiful blue building in the hills overlooking the ocean in Somerset. Andy is a Bermudan gentleman who Medeiros ran into a few contracts back as she stood in the middle of the road, flagged his vehicle down and practically carjacked him into taking her and her friends back to the soon departing vessel. Clearly, that's a good way to break the ice, as they've been friends ever since, and whenever we dock in Bermuda, Andy's home becomes a sanctuary for the casino bods, all making full use of his generous hospitality and free Wi-Fi. We'd brought Iron Chef Ian with us, and once again he didn't disappoint in the culinary department, fixing up some lovely chicken, eggs, ribs and rice for lunch, while the rest of us tapped away feverishly on our phones. The chance to read, if not reply to, all my 179 emails was a welcome relief. After lunch, gazing down on the electric blue water below us, there was just enough time to relax in the hot tub for 30 minutes, before Andy very kindly dropped us back at the ship. We did our best to convince him to take a holiday aboard the Dawn, as he's good friends with nearly our entire department after many afternoons being ambushed by internet-hungry croupiers. I really hope we get him to take a vacation with us so that we can try and repay his gracious generosity. Another fun shift at the gaming table's over, and I was more than ready to crash into my bed beneath the ceiling. I'd forgotten, however, to remove my laundry from the washing machine and was expecting to have to wait up whilst it dried. Imagine my utter joy when I located it neatly folded in a warm pile in my washing bag. I could have cried, I was so happy. Thank you a million times to the amazing person that not only finished but also shop standard folded my garments. I owe you one. I did the same for someone last week, but I doubt it was the same kindly soul who did mine, and it certainly wasn't as neatly arranged. This morning, I'm up in anticipation of our weekly lifeboat drill and waiting for the alarm to sound and signal me to my assembly point on deck 7. After that is the captain's meeting for all crew in the Stardust Theatre. Don't worry, Sally Ann, I'll be sure to raise my hand and find out the terms and conditions of my staff discount for you to come and stay. And then, to finish my morning, I'm off for a random drug and alcohol test in the medical centre at 11:30 a.m. I got a call on the cabin phone about an hour ago from my manager Grace, informing me of my call-up. Seeing as I don't drink, or do drugs obviously, the most worrying part of the whole affair was trying to replace the phone receiver whilst dangling precariously off the side of my bunk in the dark. And that's all for day 12. Thanks for listening. Be sure to tune in to day 13's antics tomorrow. Same time, same place. Well, not literally, because this ship never stops. Be sure to subscribe so you never miss a day. And if you're enjoying it, like and share it too. Thank you!
Way down in Kokomo.